You smoke on live?
We live. We live. Welcome to Spotlight Entertainment Network. Welcome to the podcast. We live, guys. We're going to be discussing today is the topic of the subject is the manosphere hindering or helping the black relationships, and are they productive? What y'all thinking about that, guys?
Hmm.
Y'all can hear me pretty good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We hear you loud and clear.
Is the manosphere productive, pretty much? Is the subject of the manosphere productive? Is that, am I
Is it
accurate?
is it is it productive? Is it hindering black relationships between men and women, or is it helping us come together as in the relationships to move forward and for the black community?
I think, honestly, the subject needed to be raised.
Be
Now
what?
that it's raised, I think everybody just trying to decipher the information the best way they can because it's new. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Anything new, you're gonna have a little issue probably trying to put two and two together. And that, I think that's because everybody's so used to living this one way, and now everybody raising a subject about
right,
roles in society.
right.
It's like,
Roles
hold
for
up,
men
guys.
and roles for men and women. So the whole big thing is the big take was, Kevin Samuels stimulated the whole conversation and he rocked it. You know what I mean? As far as like he caused a stir up within the black community. I mean, he even reached celebrities, as far as causing the stir up.
Right.
But the main topic of the conversation was really about black woman and black man.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out the black man had been called, been the blame since the early '90s, since the Oprahs, the Phil Donahues, the Montel Williams show. They always said absentee black father, and now we're a couple of generations so away that black fathers ain't as absentee as they were in the early '90s and the late '90s. We have new fathers, a new father generation, and all of those men ain't absentee fathers. So he raised the issue as now when black men are ready to step up to the plate and play their part as a family man, or those who want families and want to progress the community and progress their families into generational wealth or just stabilize their homes and their lives. Now they raise the issue is the black woman being agreeable? Can we build with our woman and move our families forward? But now we have all these new you know systems as far as feminisms and just a lot of isms out there that that's affecting women, not alone the marketing, the wave of marketing that they as far as the Lifetime channel and all those the reality shows. It really showed and affected our women in a way where they trying to be like these shows or being affected by feminism and told them they don't need a man, just be an independent woman, go get your own sis, you don't worry about no man, get yours, all men is trash and all these things. So that's what's been going on. Like, is that so? Bringing the Manosphere, so Manosphere is the guys that came on podcasts and talking about the issues that we're having with our black woman and trying to be together with everybody, but really get back together with them. But they're not giving us much to come to the table with. As far as they're not bringing much to the table. When they come to us, they want all they want to do is finesse and just use you for dinner dates and whatever the case may be.
Man,
And that's the issue we're running
I think,
into.
yeah, I think it's PTSD, bro. Like we've been through so much, so much. We know that what the government did to split up the black family. We know these things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think I think it's a lot of people now that do want love and want to
Right.
be in a relationship now and really hold down a healthy relationship. But I think the PTSD got to wear away. So really, we are the start of that type of movement. This generation here,
Right.
you know, the 40s, the 38s, the mm, 36 to
26.
50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little older than that. We the people that got to straighten that out because we the babies of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta tighten it up, and we gotta make sure that we passing the right information on to the next generation for real. Because I hate to say we fucked because a lot of women they just the way they are now. Like you gotta
Right.
kind of deal with it because it's so strong, and they views on the subject is so strong. So
Right.
it's really up to it's up to the woman to get in her head. Okay, something needs to change, but her bias is already in her. So she
Right.
got to be like, she got to recognize that and be like, I'm not gonna pass that down to my kid
Right.
because she already tainted. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we had conversations with women, bro, and good
Right.
conversations. We thought that her opinion was gonna get a little better, and but it just stayed the same. They tried to act like it was going in a good direction, but then the opinions it went back to that bitter woman type of talk. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm an independent woman, boom, boom, boom. So it's like they kind of they the rotten apples, but they got to realize they the rotten apples. So they gonna teach that shit to they kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
J
next
Rock the sub.
generation is at stake.
I'm sorry, Jason. My bad.
No, you
What's up?
good.
Yeah. Hey, the subject is J Rock. Is the manosphere hindering or helping black relationships, and are they productive?
You saying it's management?
Now, is the manosphere hindering or helping the black relationship? We talking about the Kevin Samuels, all the men that make black content, trying to bring back black relationships and point out the differences between men and women currently in today's time in today's marketplace as far as dating and looking for a woman for marriage.
Um, and what
So we
what do
so,
y'all say? 'Cause
so
I
we
don't.
ask, is that productive? Huh? Is it productive or is it hindering or helping us right now?
I
Are these
think it's hindering.
conversations helping us? Huh?
They think it's helping us. I think it's hindering us because you got a lot of women that looks at this. I can talk about a woman now who she goes
Yeah,
off what
Jay.
they say like, oh man, I need to wait 90 days before I have sex. I need to do not you got to open every door for me or you're not the right one for me. So there's a lot of things that they say and then it hits the social media network and now women starts to follow that and it's crazy because every situation is different. So you can't say you need to wait 90 days with this one guy when he's truly all involved in you. And then some guys you may need to wait more than 90 days because they play in the field. So that some of these guys out here, they getting fame off of it. So I don't knock them for it, but
Right.
and some of it is got some validity to it, but they all over the place, man. And I mean, you got a lot of women who kind of look at that as guidance and they follow it to a T. And I see, like I said in the last podcast, you see some nice looking women, they still single because of that. They just
Right.
they fall in the
So
wrong place.
so so
I,
do the manosphere have a point that black women are hindering us, and are we making valid points in like far as following that old guideline that men ain't shit, girl get your bag, girl don't worry about them men. You know what I'm saying? Is that working out in their favor versus the current structure of Kevin Samuels saying y'all got to put that down and follow a man, become a helpmate to your black man. Be more
Mhm.
respectable, be more agreeable, be more fit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Instead of spouting out at the mouth. at us and want to make your point instead of engaging to listen, they just listening to respond.
Right.
Uh,
Neff, you sound like you said he had something. Go ahead, Neff.
yes, sir. I like the point that you was making when you was talking to Gerard the first time, with just these conversations being more out. I say that it's overall it's beneficial to have these conversations more than not the other conversations. If you can't you don't know about, that's a problem. But as what J Rock was saying, like, okay, people are getting damaged, people are having like good hearts and such, and they getting damaged by their partner that's not so much with a good heart, or they just get a breaking heart over something regular. So they go into the social media and with that mindset, because I feel like we can all agree that the regular standard should be a man and woman together.
Right.
Right. So they get their heart broken and they got these solutions. Oh, just go get that bag. You don't need a man for this world we're living in. They can survive off of that. But we were talking about regular roles, or you know what I'm saying, what it should be for elevating us as a group, as especially as our being black, then it's just a substitution for what it should be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It
So
just got to get to the point where they got to realize that this thing don't work without male leadership. Period. Like I don't think they realize that. Like they 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 can try to make it seem like a woman can control this thing, but without proper guidance, it's crazy. And that's why they got dogs. That's that's why they
right,
got
right.
dogs and cats, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
need control. You know what I
So
mean?
so yeah, so basically, the single parent epidemic or fatherless homes, however you want to phrase it, is bringing down our community because of those morals and those standards that they had control of this and raising up men for the last 20, 30 years.
Men,
So
bro.
do you do
Men.
you believe do you believe the current way that the structure of a single mother running the household is helping the next generation move forward?
No. There's no guidance. There's no real guidance. And I ain't even really saying it on a watching mama go hustle, go give her money. Nah, it's no guidance. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Men don't twerk in front of their kids.
Right,
I think that's a big issue. You know what I mean? It's the way we move. It's missing the way a man moves. My son, when I do certain things, his face light up. My
right,
daughter's the same way. They face light up because it's like, oh, because they so used to being in a female energy that when a man do some shit and it's like, oh, that's an example. You know what I mean? And
right,
I see it in my son how he act as compared to when I really had control.
Both should be.
When I really didn't have control. I see a difference. You know what I mean? It's that male energy, bro. It's just it make it easy. It
Yeah,
make the
'cause even
situation easy.
shoot the balance in the situation to see, as you were saying, how a woman versus how a male, and to see one, you'll get a solution to the system, but both will be required for teaching a child to grow up in the times that we're growing up in general. But that was the point that I was trying to bring back for yours, Jason,
Mhm.
with the toxic, whether that's the woman or man, either way, these actions are being shown to the kid. These actions are being shown through the kid, and it reflects as they grow on later in life. But if we talking about fixing that, and if essentially saving the child from moving forward for like how it should be running, then that requires that healing, and it's always about that healing and that self improvement. Like that's all I feel like it's gonna be the biggest conversation.
yeah.
I
So
don't think women trust us. Honestly, I just don't think they trust men to be like
trust us in which way, Jay?
to take control of a situation.
Leadership, leadership.
Leadership,
So
leadership.
women don't
I just
women
don't
don't
think
trust
they
black
they
men
naturally
to
have a
lead.
trust for. I mean, just look at the times. Look at the stereotype. And the crazy thing is, we don't produce the stereotype, but we believe it.
But
It's a
it's
lot
like,
of successful people out here, but they will rather highlight the hood.
right.
So
So
even women go with that stereotype sometimes. My bad. Go ahead.
Right.
yes, sir. My bad, my bad. Yeah. So basically, she's saying like, right now we have a problem with women picking their leaders. They don't know how to choose who they should follow. Meaning they don't know how to pick a husband or a man to build a relationship with. So
They
Right.
don't
so
even
we
know
say
the attributes. They don't even know the qualities.
because there's a lot of men out there that's in leadership roles. We talking about in different far as different backgrounds, as far as work history. A lot of men are in leadership roles, as far as in where manufacturing, construction, all different types of construction, distribution. There's man's leading roles. We got men that's on football fields, basketball courts. You know what I mean? We got guys that run their own studios. Like it's a lot of men that lead, but what type of men? The problem is what type of men that women are picking.
Right.
And,
It's crazy how money can blind a woman. You know,
right,
you if you got enough money, man, you can talk to a woman. Some women, not all, you can talk to them some type of way. You can be a little bit more disrespectful, and don't worry about your looks because you got money. And then you think about this, because you know how to play a sport, they look at you as a role model or leadership. Just because you know how to play a sport, you listen to that, like, because I can shoot a basketball, I should be out here telling people where they stand or what they do.
Right.
And it- the woman won't listen to you, but she's like, oh, I'm gonna listen to him because
right,
he make a lot of money. So what he says goes. And then I'm not knocking them, because some of them got smart. Some of them try to use their platform to reach out to people to be against abuse and stuff like that. Some of them use it wisely, but what if they don't use it wisely? Just because they play basketball and they got money, whatever they say is going to go. Hey, so guess what? Your wife said, hey, you said a bad word to me. The basketball player told me, if you tell me to be quiet when I'm talking, then I shouldn't have sex with you for 2 weeks. So I'm not
Oh,
going to.
man.
You get what I'm saying? They listen to that instead of listening to somebody who truly love them, who know them better than somebody who play basketball. You know, so I just tell you, the social media thing has been good in a way, because cops tips on really seeing what cops are doing to black people. But on some ways, man, the social media just is breaking us apart even more. I mean,
Right.
you got women trusting what they see on the internet than trusting in what the guy really trying to show them. And it's kind of sad, because a lot of women are missing out because of this. So
Right. Definitely. I
it's a,
feel like that comes to all advice. You did mention influence, which influence. Unfortunately, like some people will take that as more valid advice. But
right,
at the end of the day, with all this information out here, you got to be able to decipher and be able to find out what's real and what's not.
right, right. And every situation is different. Like your relationship with your girl may have made a mistake, right? It
Mm,
may be different. It may be the same mistake. Let's just say your girl cheated on you, right?
right.
Your girl cheated, yeah, but y'all ain't been together in a year. You ain't showed her no attention. My girl cheated. I was showing her all the attention and everything like that. Your girl probably is worth giving her a chance back. My girl, nah, it probably ain't worth giving her a chance back, because she'll just continue to cheat no matter what I do. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the scenario is different. But
Right.
when you get to know somebody, everything is different. I always like to believe in time. Time tells you everything. Sometimes you'll find it in a week, you'll find it in 6 months. It just depends on the situation and how much time you spend with the person. Did we lose Alex?
Uh, it appears so. So I'm your new host, featuring J Rock today. So yeah, what do you think about the dating age, like the whole pool, right as of right now?
It's
Besides
crazy.
them taking advice,
The dating pool is just it's crazy. This is you're talking to somebody who kind of been out here dating for the last 8. You got I talked about this in the last podcast where you got some people who just completely scarred. They didn't took one situation that they had, and I understand learning from it, but you don't have to keep reliving it.
right?
Now you got women thinking, "Oh no, you didn't open my door. That means you're a bad man." Oh, you you trying to hug me too fast. Oh, that means you just want sex. And people have
Okay.
past relationships and things that happened to them, and now they carry it on to their present, and they hold on to it. When you got to, like I say, you got to face every individual as his own. No different than what I say with people of different color.
Mm,
I didn't have white people call me bad names. I didn't have white people do all types of things. That doesn't make every white person in this world bad. You have
exactly.
an individual case, and that's easier said than done because
Right.
when you had a lot of people spit in your face. Now you like, oh, white people spit in my face, then that's all white people gonna spit in my face, and that's not the case. You have to take everyone individually,
Right.
every individual.
Every time.
Every woman you date is individual situation. Everything is different.
Right,
You can't keep holding on to the past. And guys do it, and I know for sure women do it way more than us, where they holding on to the past. And now they trying to put everybody in this category. You a liar, you a cheater, you ain't no good. When that's really the case. But that just, I, I don't, like I say, people need therapy, people need counseling, and to get through some of the stuff they.
right. So now seeking counsel is a thing to talk about because people don't know where to seek counsel at. They don't know how to look for a psychologist with a good reputation.
Yeah.
They don't know about these things. You know what I mean? Or seeking counsel from someone close to you, or maybe if you're religious, your church, your pastor, whoever you lead at church, can help you with you know get through some of those things, those traumas that you deal with, as far as like past relationships and past drama within those relationships. But people gotta seek out help, and I don't think many people seek out help because we have a separatist type of mind frame. Like most
Mm,
mindsets of black folk is separatist. They think self first, and nobody else can help them in some way, in no way.
And people are embarrassed about things.
Right.
People embarrassed to cry because that's gonna show I ain't a man. Remember, I think I've talked about this too. Like, hey, sometimes, man, hey, listen here, Al, I'm having money issues. I know it's embarrassing. But can you tell me what I can do? Somebody hiring? Like maybe, well, Jerry, maybe you need to cut out buying an expensive or cut back on hair. Like, but some people are embarrassed to talk about that. Oh, we could talk about uh rise. Some people scared to go to the doctor. They think it ain't working, but they don't want nobody to know about it. So guess what? They keep it to themselves, right? And I had a friend who he had this situation. I'm like, dang, I thought he might be on the funny side because he never really paid no interest in women. And come to find out, that was. But everybody has different problems. I may have problems with my ankle or my knees. I can't screw up the ground like other people. But you are so embarrassed that you can't go to the doctor get help about it.
Right.
You so embarrassed about your credit being messed up that you scared to go talk to somebody. And so you never get better. So you have this lingering for the rest of your life. You have an issue with beating women. Your anger is so mad that as soon as your woman turn away from you, you hit her, right? But she breaks up with you, go on to the next girl. You hit her, you hit her, you hit her. Instead of, damn, maybe I need a little help. I cannot control
Right.
my when I fall in love with somebody and that girl leaves me, I want to hit her. That's a problem. But you I guess don't want to tell your homeboys about it or want to keep it in the closet, that guess what? You continue to go on through it and you lose out on a lot of good. I mean, we just have to we have to be able to talk. We have to be able to let our guard down for somebody. I'm not telling you to do it to everybody in the world. I'm not saying that. But I know it's somebody in your family you trust, you care, or you can go get somebody professional. And I'm telling you, when you take that off your shoulder, it's gonna make your life a lot much better. A lot much better. And us
Yeah.
to do that. That's if I can't stress anything else to us, that you have to do that. You have to communicate to somebody. If you got some issue, communicate it to somebody and get advice. And he may not be the right person too. So you may have to go through and communicate it again. But you have to take that chance. You have to get out. No different than being in the military with PTSD. They hold on to something. You got something holding on to some trauma from your childhood or something. You got to stress it, man. You got to communicate it.
I think our community is missing like a lack of accountability. You know what I mean? We're not holding ourselves accountable for our behaviors. You know what I mean? Like, you know, acting ass in public to just convenience store clerks. You know what I mean? Being nasty to waitresses. You know what I'm saying? You know, twerking, getting on social media, just acting like you don't know how to be an adult.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like you can't tell these people things without them catching the attitude of being very sensitive about situations. Like you can't tell them nothing.
Yeah. And that's a thing too now. If you got a friend and you see him going down the wrong path, I don't say so. I hate to say more.
Oh
My
boy.
brother, he had a good friend, really good friend, and the good friend lost his mother. When he lost his mother, he went down a bad path. He was drinking alcohol. My brother talked to me about it. My brother talked about it, but he never stood up and said, "Hey, bro, hey man, I'm here for you, bro." And I see you drinking a lot of alcohol. You know, this guy was drinking alcohol in the morning before we go play basketball, before we go to work. He was drinking because he was so hurt that his mom. My brother talked about it, but he never gave no advice to be like, hey, come on, let me talk to you. Hey, what's up, man? I get guess what? I at the age of 30, this happened a while ago. I think he was like 38. He died at
Yeah.
30, you know, when we could have easily speak up. When you see your homeboy about to grab a pistol and say, hey man, oh shit, I'm gonna just shoot the club up because I ain't like the way that nigga looked at me. He ain't got to go to trial. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, nigga. You know, got we ain't got and guess what? You probably could have saved this man from. So when you see him doing something wrong, it's a way to handle it. Sure enough, you just can't call his name. Just talk to him. Like, hey, think about this. If you go shoot that club up, you know your little daughter, Haley, where's she gonna be at, man? Because now you're gonna be in jail.
Right.
You ain't gonna see
And
it.
she's not gonna have a dad no more. She's not gonna have you.
Right.
You're gonna be missing in action.
Instead of us thinking it, but instead we just riding with that little yeah, nigga, yeah, handle that, yeah. No, man, come on, man. Come on. Everybody need a voice of reason and some
Right, right. So I think a lot of stuff going on, man. I think one thing we missing, like in our community, as far as what's missing and why we out of whack like the way it is, as far as men and women, we don't have no morals no more. We have no character. Nobody have a set of ethics and code that every family live by these days.
All right.
It's a lost cause now. You know what I'm saying? No discipline. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
No discipline among the community. You can't even say nothing to another person's child. If I got kids, I live in an apartment complex. If a child is out there acting crazy, doing God know what, I can't even say nothing to that child and tell him, hey man, you need to stop doing that. Or hey, some type of restructure or reshaping of that person, a young person out
All
there.
right.
Cause the mama gonna
That
come
correction.
down on your head for talking to them.
That correction.
They got a snap guy. He talked to the kid, and the mama said, "Hey, don't talk to my kid." He's like, "Oh, what? All I did is say hello to her." She said, "I don't care. Don't talk to my kid no more." He was like, "How you?" Said, "Hey," and the woman shot him, killed the dude for saying, "Hey." He didn't touch her. He didn't say nothing disrespectful or nothing. He just said, "Man," I said, hey. He shot him, killed him.
What you think? What you think about? Have y'all seen the post where the dad cut his son hair, and all the women went crazy about the dad cutting his son dreads off his head because he told her the kid was acting out in school. He said he acting like he a little thug in school. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the dad cut the hair off, and all the women had everything to say about the dad cutting his son hair off. What y'all think about men trying to discipline their kids and the women like they're not following suit with the discipline. They going against the grain.
So I love discipline. Everybody gonna discipline better. Uh, if the guy, people love their hair these days. Dreads are popular, braids are popular. This boy is acting out. He gave him a warning, told him, "Hey, you keep acting out in school, I'm gonna cut your hair. You're gonna have a regular." And the boy still acted out. You do that. I have no problem with that. Only problem I have with that, putting it on live. That's the situation that goes on with him and
Right,
his and family. The whole world don't need to see that. You're humiliating this child by putting them all over the world so the world can see it. That's y'all business. That's you being a father, discipline your child, and then you move on. We don't need to see that, right? My mom used to beat the crap out of me. But I didn't like when she beat me in front of everybody. You
right,
know, it wasn't like you put on a show like, "Hey, watch how bad I can beat this guy and my son." So I don't mind because everybody have different discipline.
right,
And
right. I mean, it ain't that I'm cutting hair, but I'm talking about the other side of it. The women didn't agree with that. The way he disciplined his son because he's doing that from a co-parent situation,
mm,
not together. They weren't together on that decision to cut his hair.
Well
women
then, yeah, shit. That's a
they babying them, and then they turn out to be they go down the wrong path because they're babying. So you're gonna have a lot of women. Oh no, let him keep his hair. He need to keep. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people doing it. I ain't gonna even just put that. A baby and his kid, and it comes back to bite you.
Right, right, right. But that's boiling back to a woman led household. Back to what back to the Mansfield, what the Mansfield have been talking about. This woman led household is not effective for the overall picture of the black community.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what we're trying to see. Are we so we need if our conversation is hindering the situation, what can we do to help the situation? And not far as I heard about these passport bros just skipping out on America. They just saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna get a woman in America no more. I'm tired of trying to talk to y'all. We going overseas and we gonna find a wife over there and we gonna start new." How
damn.
y'all feel about black man leaving, going to get wives elsewhere and rebuilding the community that way? Because it seems that anything black men do these days, as far as trying to, get things right with the women here in America, they fighting, they pushing back. They don't agree with it.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, shoot.
I just don't feel like we should give up on each. That's let me tell you, that's the reason I'm on this talk show with you right now because if I could just reach out to one person and so I can make one person listen to this and go to counseling, I felt like I didn't.
Right.
Because I mean, it's so easy to give up. It's so easy not to say nothing. So easy just to walk away. But we need it, man. You need that voice of reason. You need you need some guys to fight. Some guys to fight because it's a lot of women that's like I said, that's
I think women should be more proactive in this battle too.
yeah.
Like we can't do it all by ourselves. Women don't like to listen to men.
No, not at all.
They
Not
don't like to listen to us.
no.
So who they listening to? The sisterhood.
Right.
They listen to Girl Yes. They
Right.
listen to that.
Right. And look,
So they gotta be a part of the conversation on combating the feminism, combating the boss chick behavior. You know what I'm saying? Combating I don't need a nigga syndrome.
yeah,
We need help. Cause if that don't happen, guess what? Most of the men with means that can leave are gonna leave.
want to leave.
And that's
Right.
gonna leave nothing but what they call on the internet
Love it.
Pookies and Ray Rays.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. That was I never heard of passport bros until you just said that. But I like the idea of it for both ways. Like I feel like the women we shouldn't just desert our women at the same time. But we're talking about basically what I'm saying is that we just do what we got to do to have a healthy relationship until it becomes a trend. That's the only way that we really gonna win. We talking about fixing the community.
Yeah.
Because when how about you men are gone looking for wives elsewhere, even though they're still queens, you feel me? In just another location, then that's literally gonna make them wake up like, oh shit, all right, this is this and that's that at the end of the day.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos online with a lot of women bashing them brothers for leaving.
No,
Hey,
Yeah.
like
it's a personal choice at the end of the day.
hey, electricity is take the least pass of resistance. You get what I'm saying? So when electricity trying to go to ground, it's taking the least pass of resistance. No different than a man, and you can't knock that. If they know they got women over here in Filipina that's gonna be submissive, who gonna listen, not do all that, they're trying to go the easy route. Why to continue to put up with this crap over here when you can do that?
Right.
Who can
Right.
knock who can knock them for that? You know?
Now we seen, women when they get a certain age, they come with a long list of demands from brothers. Do y'all feel that they valid for putting that standard up for black men to be with them?
I think every situation is different. I think they should be okay. I done been down this path before, so they should be understanding, look for clues and everything like that. But every situation is different, so you can't lay out a book. You can't say I want this, and this from a man, especially when you're not even bringing that to the table.
Yourself, right?
Right? These women ask for these high ass demands, but they ain't bringing nothing to the table.
And that's where the media got them confused.
That media effing them up because a guy get popular on the media, his word goes. So his opinion, his ideals is now what this woman gonna listen to. Like I mean, I'm not to knock Steve Harvey because he got good points, but remember when he came out with that book?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh my effing God! It was the book of the Bible. He might as well say that was the Bible from now, because everybody else said, "Oh, Steve Harvey said I cannot touch you in 90 days, so I got to go 90 days." Steve Harvey says, "If you can't hold every guy by that book that he had. All situations are different, but yet it got popular on the media. That's what we doing. I mean, it's called trending. What trends on the internet? That's what we do. And it then came into our bedrooms, to our pockets, to everything.
It's
And that's why I
everywhere.
say sometimes they don't know how to choose a leader. How you
No,
gonna choose a leader when all your values come from social media? And not even the good social media. It's the I don't even want to say names, but it's the love and hip hop
right,
feel to the
It's,
shit. You know
it's,
what I
it's,
mean?
it's the toxic stuff. Hey, you can say it's the
It's the toxic
toxic of our
shit.
behavior. Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't
Yeah, it's
it ain't
crazy, bro.
people, yeah. All of these ideals that women are dealing with when they think of like them being submissive to a man, it's all financial.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
all financial. and you got to be willing to be on the scene with your clean. You know what I'm saying? It's no like home values. Like, can he cook? Can he do this? You know what I'm saying? Certain things. Matter of fact, it is. Come to think of it, they want you to be able to do everything so they could chill back.
They
No,
want to be a woman of leisure. That's what
Leisure.
they want to be. A
They want
woman
to
of leisure.
relax.
They don't want traditional values when you cook,
Hey,
clean,
but I'm gonna
take
say
care of the
this though.
kids.
I'm gonna
They
say
want a
this though,
woman.
G.
They don't want to do nothing. They want to pay. They want all that to be paid for.
I'm gonna say
And
this
then you
though.
pay for a maid. You pay for a nanny. You pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this though. What woman don't want that? What person don't want that though? So you
Who?
can't really knock them for wanting that. But shorty, you got to be able to bring something to the table too.
Right.
Don't ask for all this stuff and all you bringing is a good, a pretty face.
or some good.
Nah,
But
Right.
listen, it's women. It's women that's not don't have the great pretty face and a body
still
asking for
act
these
like
things, demanding this stuff.
No, that's
We talking.
where
We talking
social
about
media
Oompa
got them
Loompas.
messed up.
We talking
You
about
said,
Oompa Loompas.
oh no, no, I gotta
We
talk
got.
about
We
the
got.
pretty faces, the slim
Y'all
waists.
know body positivity is big in community right now.
hey
So
boy, they like a
The
big,
Lizzos
small,
of the
short,
world,
tall.
the Lizzos of the world say they can have it too,
Honestly, it's
and not only they can have it, they want it and deserve it.
I'm not gonna say they don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a judge of whether you need whether you deserve it or not. But
Nah,
be what you willing to ask since you so in charge. You need to be able to give too.
but thing is, who are the buyers of women? Men. And so if we're the buyers of women, so to speak, we should be the ones we put up the demands on a product that we're gonna buy, that we're gonna purchase. We the one gotta purchase it. At least give us a product to even buy.
Go
Yeah.
to the
exactly.
gym.
It's all relationships. Like, as long as the two people or whatever, how many involved parties agree, then cool. Honestly, like when people be disagreeing, like even like the slim waists and the pretty faces, they got no trophy wives. They ain't paying no bills. That's all they got to do. You feel me? That's the
Yeah.
agreement between her and the dude. Is there? It's not even the right thing, honestly, at the end of the day. So that's all it is. People just being, fuck, he about to knock my ass off. People being like, that's not right. You feel me? And they mad about it because they want her. But if that's not the agreement and shit, that's just not the agreement.
Yeah.
Bringing a
But
woman
man,
into my world, bro. I'm pretty much a well established person financially. Uh, I get all control. I can cook. I can clean. I don't really need people for these things. So for a girl to be in my life, she gonna have to be like, you gonna have to like take some of them little words I got. Hey, you gotta cook, shorty. Keep the house clean. If you want that kind of movement, you gotta keep the house clean. You gotta make sure my brain is smooth so I could go about my day. That then I feel that you work like you worked it. Give me some tips on how I can advertise my business. Let's talk. Let me see how you think. A lot of women ain't willing to give you that. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how can you see a woman value if they don't talk?
And so, and this is what we talk about when we dating. This is how we build and we find the right woman, because one guy needs everybody needs like to take something off of them. So it may be finances, right? So okay, I can afford a C class Mercedes now. If this woman come in my life now, she helping out with my mortgage. Now I can afford the S class. Or okay, you know what? I don't need it for money, but working hard every day. I got it. Now, boom. When I come home, she's taking care of my dinner, or she's helping out in that way. Everybody got to bring some type of attribute to a relationship, right? It could even be tranquility. It could be she just my peace. You know what? She's gonna massage me. She's gonna get down on her knees. She's my peace. Every time I come to her, I'm relaxed. I feel good. I
That's
got
my partner. It feels
that
like a partnership.
right,
It
right.
don't feel like a damn a war.
Right, right.
We ain't gotta have conversations about where you was at. No, we so in tune, sure. You know I'm straight. You know I ain't doing that.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
But a lot,
but oh, go ahead, bro.
but a lot of situations, man, it's a power struggle, man. It's always a situation like when you meet a woman and everything, they be cool at first, but then at some point they're trying to gain power of the relationship.
Right.
That's what I said. They don't know how to choose a leader. They don't know how to I hate saying bow down. I hate saying digress, but they don't know how to choose a leader. Like even when the leader is right in front of their face, they'll choose themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I seen a woman marry herself on social media. Y'all seen that?
Yeah, I seen that. That was crazy.
Hey, what Kevin Samuels say? You can't make this shit up.
Right.
You can't.
Boy, that was crazy. Boy,
You can't.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
She spent $4,000
that was
on her
crazy.
own wedding, and people actually
That's
showed
how
up to this.
selfish they are, bro.
Yeah, yeah. She is willing to spend $4,000 on herself, then put $4,000 and learning how to be a better woman to a man,
I ain't
to her
hear about that
relationship.
story. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wild, bro. She rather spend her money on herself than go seek therapy or whatever it needs to take or relationship coaching to learn how to deal with a man
The
and
respect
live
value is low, bro.
and live in unison with a
Okay, they
man.
don't see that as a solution.
Right. That's
Respect
what
is
gives
low.
the passport bros validity.
Right. Exactly. I
That's
feel
what gives
like
them a little bit of validity.
as man, as a human, right, you got the right to be with anybody who you want to be with.
And you
So
know,
if
go
and
ahead,
that's
nephew.
gonna change the dynamic. That is literally gonna change the dynamic. They're gonna be like, oh shit. The niggas who really, you know what I'm saying, who really was shit, they not here no more.
Right, but
So at that point,
these men ain't leaving the country for like other races. They're leaving for other country for other black
please.
women in other
Exactly.
places.
Exactly. Exactly. That's just gonna change the mindset. They're gonna have to be like, oh shit. If I really want a man, then y'all gonna have to be on the same page. That's all it is. That's why
I'm
I'm
a
like,
second. I'm a
you getting
second that
more
notion.
you getting
I
more
got a
options.
question.
Yes, sir.
I got a question. Do y'all think men raising their daughters to be wives? Because I don't think
Um,
men doing it either.
it goes with men. It goes with it. You need both. That's why. That's part of the
I don't-
problem with the one-sided families. Like
That's
you
what I
need two
always say. I
level-headed
always
people
say it's the
making,
two way.
teaching level-headed decisions.
Mhm. In order for a stable person to be like to get the full encounter of what a man and a woman is supposed to do, is
Right.
traditionally a man and a woman relationship.
It is.
So what we get right now is a total imbalance
Big imbalance. Yep.
in the people that you could tell the people that had parents in their house. They act totally different, bro.
Right.
A man that had a man and a woman in it, had a man and a woman dynamic, totally different people.
Yeah.
They pleasant to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They more cooler. They can handle a little more because they had somebody to say good job.
What's that?
A lot of people didn't have that, so they grew up with that individuality complex. You
Right.
know,
So do y'all think men raise their daughters to how you think men raise their daughters? What they raise their daughters to be in this day and age?
as
Because
strong as him,
right, right.
but
And some of
then
them
then
got
but then
princess complex too. Princess, they most men treat their women like princess. They daughters like princess.
right,
They give them everything else.
right,
They show their daughters how a man should treat them, but they never show their daughters how they should treat a man.
right, right. How they should be treated,
Yeah.
baby. You should be treated like this. You should be treated.
Right.
Wait a
I
So think
minute
about it.
now.
Think about it. How many times y'all seen sisters disrespect their brothers right in front of their parents, and they get away with it all the
My
time?
sister hit me in the face in my nose with a frying pan. I was like 11, bro.
What did your mama and dad do?
Nada.
Right.
Matter of fact,
Eh,
go ahead.
Oh, so no, let me preach on this because I have a daughter, right? Just because a man ain't supposed to hit a woman, that doesn't mean a woman's supposed to hit him. Because some of us grow up, raise our daughters and be like, oh, they hit a guy, it's okay, but the guy don't supposed to hit you. So now the girl goes out in this world thinking she can hit whoever she wants. She'll never get hit back. No, that's not how this world works. That's not how this world works. Yes, a man should not. Yes, a man is stronger than a woman, but that doesn't mean a woman can just beat on a man, right? So that's the first thing that this thing you doing. Like your sister hit you in a face with a frying pan. She should have got her butt tore up, right? She should have understand that hey, if I do something, there's repercussion to it. Not the fact that oh I can do it and I'm not going to get in trouble for it.
All right.
And then I say respect, 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 because my daughter, what it goes, but anyway, I just want her to know the respect. Like some people let you do anything and say anything to your parents, but you're not going to come home and tell me, whatever, or shut up, dad, or just don't listen to me. You're going to respect me. No different than when you start dating somebody, you're going to respect him. Now, if he doesn't respect you, then you walk away. That don't mean you hit him. That don't mean you say all this negative stuff. You walk away. But you got to understand, you still a woman. He's still a man, right? So all this baby stuff, yes, I love my daughter to death. Yes, I do stuff for her, but I don't know what I did to get my daughter to be able to work the way she work and handle her business how she handled it. Because some guys, they do everything for their daughter. Their daughter 25 years old, they're still doing everything for their daughter. God forbid if they leave this earth, where that girl gonna be at? You know, and then she gonna expect the guy to do everything. You may not have a guy who's exactly like your father. Every man is different. So we have to teach our kids, our daughters, number one thing, respect, right? You got to hold your mouth and respect. You just can't be out here loose lips saying whatever. Then two, you can't beat on people. You just because you're a woman and yeah, a guy should hit you back, you cannot beat on nobody. Because I see a lot of that. Women just think they can slap you, do whatever, because there's no repercussion to it. And then three, you got to understand your submissive role. In this world we work in today, you may have to work and help provide so that y'all can be a companionship and be a partnership that can go blossom. But you also got to be his sidekick, where you helping him, where you loving him, and we're forgetting that part. You got to be able to say, "I love you" sometimes, or "Hey, let me do this for you," or just be there for your man. Not on this high cake roll that you don't touch anything, you don't do anything, and he's supposed to do everything for you. My daddy did everything for me, so now he's supposed to do everything for me.
You know how many times I had a girl tell me that, dog?
Oh my
I
God.
was looking like, I'm like, hold up, shorty. Like, you for real? You said that?
It's crazy,
What
right?
you
Right.
what you want me to take from that? What you want me to do with that information?
Your daddy still need to be doing it then. Why
Right.
stop?
Go get your daddy to do
Yeah,
whatever.
go tell your daddy to do it then.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
That's a
Right. You know, that's what you gotta tell motherfucker. Look, just marry your daddy, cause shit, or be with your daddy, cause I'm trying to be with you.
Right.
I'm gonna do things my way as a man, and they don't quite understand that portion of it when like you meet one of those princess types that daddy does everything for him. Then my dad, then the dad be saying it too. If he can't do what like I can do, you need to find you another man.
Is you fucking your daddy? Is you fucking your
Dads
daddy?
do hinder their daughters.
Is you
Right.
fucking your daddy? Is you talking about carrying on your life with your daddy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And stop talking to dudes that's not like your daddy then.
All right.
Right,
Right.
right.
How about that agreement?
If that's all you want. Get your daddy. Go find your daddy somewhere. You know. Ain't gonna be no sweat off my brow.
Right. Right.
So we
You
got another
definitely
top. We got another topic on as far as accountability goes. Have y'all seen the video of the 31-year-old woman they got pregnant from a 13-year-old middle schooler?
I did. And if I'm
And
not,
but
I'm not
but she
totally.
only got a short time frame
Well, for jail time.
for jail time. But now let's think about this. If that was a 30-year-old man, they got a 13-year-old woman, 13-year-old girl pregnant, that man would be under the jail.
What was her defense?
I don't know all the details, but I know that she didn't receive much punishment at all. I do know that, and then I'm not sure all the way, but I think they're making him be a father,
Yeah,
No.
they're making him be a father. Yes,
and he's
he's
like
going to be on child.
12 or something like that.
He's 13. He's going to be on
13.
child support at some point.
That's
What?
incredible. Look what they did to R. Kelly.
Right.
And
They did Bill
just
Cosby.
period. Look what they did to him. And then you have a case like this, automatically your ass needs to be in jail, shorty.
Yeah, don't. Hey, I don't know if y'all want to even hear my comments on this because let me tell you something. My daughter's 17, and if she don't know better, then that's on her and that's on me. I'm not putting that on no other man at 17. And she know. Let me tell you, and then let me tell you what the state do. Right now, think about this. Now, if you rob a bank at 16. Or you kill somebody at 16, you're going to jail for murder, right? You get charged as an adult, you're going to jail. All right? So you understand murder, but you telling me you don't understand sex? So don't get me on that. Now, when we talking about 12, 11, and 10 and all that, that's a different story. But 16, 17, now the state will try you as an adult if you do something wrong with that. But when it comes to that, they don't. So I know some people might not want to hear that, but that's how I look at it. Sorry.
I'm gonna approach it like this. Women don't get punished for their indiscretions as much as men do, as harsh as men do. Men get we get the bebop, we get the fruit flops put on us, boy.
Oh yeah.
Let a man have did that, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? They would have tried to put us under the ground, boy. That story would have made world news.
Most definitely. So that's how you know we live in a different society where there's a double standard. They got a different standard for men and women.
They
And
don't
I
value
think
the
that's
man.
and I think that's what's causing this rift between men and women in America in Western culture.
I don't think they value us. Matter of fact,
They don't.
I think they know the value of us. I think that they are trying to constantly make sure that the black woman has something against us. You know what I'm saying? Something,
Yeah.
anything. Just keep the narrative going enough to keep chaos going.
Right.
Look at what we view on Instagram. Look at what we're talking about, bro. We don't talk about how many successful relationships. We talking about the fall of the black community
Right.
all the
Well,
time.
that's only because it's like what, an 80% divorce rate.
No, it's just what we see.
Right.
You know, half people don't even read, bro. If we see it, we gonna talk about it.
Right. I mean that's the way the real work is running right now.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's where it's
looking
done.
at social media and getting that news from social media because people really don't trust the main media outlets because they don't really tell the truth either. So they
They
looking for another
bullshit.
source of information, and everybody got their phone in their hand, like you said earlier. So we getting out some information from the internet, and that's what we see everything happening at. So when we seeing all this stuff happening, that's what's going to affect us. That's what we're
World
getting all the information from.
love and hip hop. I can't believe we have so many questions about that show, bro. I can't believe we have so many people that value that, and it's
Right.
scary. It's
They
scary,
want to
bro.
be they want to be the Nenes. The Nenes. I'm not sure who all the characters was on that show because I didn't watch that kind of stuff.
Me either,
You
bro.
know, that I can't tell. I know it's Nene, the I know little Scrappy on there. I'm not real familiar with it. You know what I
You
mean?
know better. You know more than me, cuz.
Bree,
It's just
yeah.
it's crap media. It's crap media, bro. Like people are so much deeper than just the surface. People in the hood are so much deeper than just that being the hood.
Right, right,
I know people. Matter of fact, when I came to Duval, I seen a lot of educated hood motherfuckers. Even in Chicago, you have a lot of philosophers from the hood, bro. They downplay the hood so much, and then when they show the hood, it's love and hip hop. They ain't
right.
showing the innovators. They ain't showing the smart cat. They
No, they don't.
showing love and hip hop. When they get out the hood, this is what they do. So we
But this
getting
is
relationship advice from Ray J.
right. That's crazy, dog.
The wrong
That's
one.
crazy. Good afternoon, Miss Bree.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm running like a chicken with my head cut off. I just started a new deployment, so I'm in training, getting my system set up, and I've been driving forever. So I'm tired. It slipped my mind. I didn't know what time it was. I didn't even know today was Sunday. My bad. Sorry, Alex.
It's
Sorry,
not
guys.
Sunday.
What's today?
Today Wednesday, girl.
Today's Friday. Today's
Oh yeah,
Sunday.
it's Friday, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
It's one of them
Okay.
days.
Yeah. So the main topic that we discussed earlier, Bree, is the Manosphere hindering or helping the black community black relationships, and are they
The what?
productive? Is the Manosphere hindering or helping black relationships?
The Manosphere?
Are you familiar with
The
the man?
Manosphere, like the Kevin Samuels, the those type of guys.
Is it helping or harming? I don't
Yeah,
know.
is it helping or hindering black relationships?
I don't know.
Are the
Hey, Bree,
conversations
let,
conversations productive?
right. That's what I was just about to say.
I mean,
When you hear Steve Harvey,
I listen to Kevin Samuels, whatever. But hell, I don't know how I'm still single. I've been looking for a man for 2 years. I don't know. So
You said you don't know why you're single.
I know I'm single. I don't know whether it's helping because honestly, I joined that group and it just seems like that Kevin Samuel group on Facebook that they made after he passed. I didn't like it. Actually, they kicked me out of the group. Um, After I told them how I felt, because they're like bashing, they're always bashing dark skinned girls, and I was like, bro, like, why y'all always like bashing dark skinned girls and then you glorifying these light skinned females and they're ugly? Like, what? Like, I don't get it. So I said something about it in their group, and they put me out. So I'm no longer a part of their group anymore. But I, me personally, I take some of the information and I try to adjust because I do know that I do know that I have a certain type of attitude. I am a certain type of way, and some of the points that those guys, those guys be making like logical points. It's just like it's just bringing it to your forefront. Some things you might not even know you're doing, or some things you might not even know is like I don't know.
Right.
But I don't think it's doing either or. I just think it's just putting the business out there, just putting it in front of saying stuff that people are scared to say. Like at the end of the day,
Yeah. So
I
do you
feel
think
you,
it's
and that's kind of how I feel about it. I feel like like I said in the beginning, I feel like the information is out there now, and gender roles are starting to be a conversation. and everybody just trying to decipher the information the best way they can.
Right.
And it, I mean, sometimes it feel like they get it. I mean, excuse me, we get it, and then it feel like sometimes it feel like we don't. It's like your forex up and down.
Right. Yeah, I think it's helping. I think it's helping because I am seeing more and more women kind of tune in and actually respond to the information prior, prior to like when Kevin Samuel was out, they just kind of like they was just totally against it and like really, just like really shamed on, really shamed it and tried to dump on it. But now I think they're being more receptive to it, and I think they're making adjustments. And some of them, making adjustments, and then some of those women out there are being like chameleons. They kind of want to bring out, they want to seem like they're making that change because it seemed like it seemed like a trend, so they're following other women that's actually trying to take those steps and understand what men think and what we're looking for. So they don't want to get left behind. So I think we got a few girls that's making that transition. We got a few of them that's kind of like still don't know. That's some that's still completely outside of the situation. And then you got the ones right in the middle where they kind of like they understand it, but they don't want to take it on. They don't want to take it on because probably some other women or family members or friends, what they gonna say about her being on the side with a man in these certain situations that you guys are speaking of in the manosphere.
Women are starting to understand that respect is the biggest thing you can give a man. Respect. It's that's one of the biggest things men speak on is respect. When you talk about a man-to-man situation, more than likely a fight broke out because of disrespect. So you get in your household and you got a chick and she's disrespecting you. What is a man gonna do?
Man,
He
either you
gonna act
gotta
like a
leave that,
man.
you
He
got
gonna
either
kick
leave
your
that
ass out or he
situation,
gonna fucking huh?
or you either gotta leave that situation,
Exactly.
or you can't put hands
Hey,
on them
well,
these
why
days, because
did the women have to
it's gonna be
respect the
trouble.
men when you guys made it that way? Y'all made it
But
to the point where we don't respect you.
That was the
How
point.
we how we made it that way?
I mean,
Let's
a
go
lot.
into detail.
I mean, vice versa. I mean, you could say the same thing. I mean, y'all get hurt early, I guess, at an early age, so y'all become dogs, and y'all dog out. Y'all tend to dog out females that are good for y'all. Y'all tend not to like those type of females. Y'all tend to take them down through there and kind of like um, you know, it should be the same. It should be both ways. Like if you cheat, I can cheat too, right? And we
Right.
should have the same feelings about it. The same way you felt when you went and stuck your thing, and when you stuck your thing in her is the same way I felt when he stuck it in me. So why are you upset? What's wrong? We're all equal, right? Like you want to be treated with respect, but you're not gonna treat me with respect. Like that's wild. That's absolutely wild. That's like y'all want to y'all want to have sex with a female on the first date, but then after that, oh she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that. Well, why can't we want to fuck on the first date too? Why is it that we're whores? Y'all were whores. Y'all probably done fucked 4 or 5 girls before you got to them. Like it's just like okay, whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, that junk do go both ways. And we talking about people like the guys like Kevin Samuels and such. You know, you talking about
Oh,
people.
I didn't hear what y'all was. I'm sorry, guys. I keep telling you, I'm fucking.
Bree, see,
Yeah.
Bree
But
just started going.
the whole focus of the content being dropped is self improvement for guys of making turning boys and men to high value men. And talking about respect, it's gonna be easier to respect high value men with respect as well.
I'm so tired of them. I don't treat. I treat them all the same. I don't care what you got in your pocket.
Right. And it just comes to that discernment of treating everybody differently based off of how they treat you, not
I
prejudging.
treat you. I treat you how you
Bingo,
treat me. You treat me
Listen,
bingo.
like a foot dragon.
so
I'm gonna
hey,
treat you like a foot dragon.
I don't see now. This is why I have a difference in opinion because men and women are different. Men make women whores. Men can't be whores because we're our area down below is not tied to our emotions. Most women area down below, when they have intercourse, that's tied to their emotions. Men aren't built that way. We can be in a relationship, we can go quote unquote cheat and come back and not feel nothing for that woman and come back home,
We can
and
too.
do nothing and do nothing. But men are hardwired that way. Y'all have a different interest. You just can't just go out there and have intercourse and not have a feeling afterwards, an after
Why
effect.
not? What we gonna feel? The
Dude, I
flutters
don't
from how
know.
good it was?
Dudes get pussy with too. I feel like that kind of go both ways. Like if you got like if you attach, you attach.
Reed,
What
what is the natural role of a woman?
To be submissive to her man. Only if
No, no,
he's
no,
a
no, no, no. I'm talking about
we not
nature. Nature.
what the multi to have babies and stuff. I
To,
don't know.
to, to, to
I
have
don't know. Don't
babies.
ask me that question. I don't know. I
I
don't know.
mean, it's just a fact. Like, you know, you talking about nature. And the nature of a man is to impregnate.
Okay, so that means
Your role as a woman is to nurture,
if I'm running around getting
to be
impregnated
loving.
by you can impregnate as many as you want, but I should be impregnated by one. Is that what you're saying? That's fucked up. That's a fucked up way
Not
of
saying
thinking.
that it's right or wrong. I'm just saying the nature of the subject. You feel me? You know,
No,
you
J-Rock,
didn't have the baby. How can you have multiple babies by multiple dudes and feel like you gonna nurture it correctly? You know what I'm saying?
I
Y'all
can't
hold too
answer
much
that question for
emotional
you yet.
bond.
I can't answer that question. My child's 18 and I got one.
Oh, you only got one baby?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, you talking about emotional bonds with people, right? Uh, so you have a baby by this guy, you have a baby by this guy. Woman, I'm talking about woman. You have a baby by two dudes. Your emotions is to that baby. It's like say neither relationship works. Your emotions is negative in that situation. So your whole emotional state toward that child is not negative, all the way negative, but when you it still come with a negative connotation because y'all not together. Maybe he wasn't cooperating
Nope.
correctly.
I
Maybe
don't
he a
treat my daughter
deadbeat
no
daddy.
different because I'm not.
But a
I don't
dude,
treat my daughter no different because I'm not with her
it's
dad.
different, huh?
yeah.
I don't
But
treat
we
my
don't want
daughter
to
no
make it.
different because
We want to make it about you, Bree, because it's gonna be more people out there that's women, and women have
oh
different
yeah,
situations.
oh my bad.
You
Well,
know what I'm
no, I
saying? So
don't
we
know
don't
what to tell.
remember we have.
Well, I'm not the one for that because I don't know what to tell you. Me personally, it's disgusting if you got multiple baby daddies. Like, what happened? Like, why didn't y'all go get an abortion? Why you didn't get a pill? Like, did you want all these baby daddies? Like, what was going through your mind? But at the end of the day, that's their choice.
Yeah, but that's what men are discussing these days.
And a lot of women do
Those
it just to
choices,
try to
those
catch a
choices.
man. A lot of women do it to try to say, "Oh, no, I got you for 18 years." Like, no, you don't. You just had a baby and you finna get this. Like, bruh, like, where's the sense in it? Now the baby ain't got no daddy because he didn't want the baby to begin with, and you forced it on him. Like, it's just whatever. And then you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now you go get abortion, and now he's talking about, oh well, you didn't want it anyway. Oh, it's my fault because I did what you told me to do. Like, you guys are backwards. Y'all fucked up individual men.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I see both sides because like oh, you women, then it's like, especially nowadays, it's like who you tell me what's going on with me. You gotta. It all come down to the agreement. You feel me? We got so many different types of value systems going on in this type of world. You got to find out who you can vibe with and just move on from there. Like you can't save everybody. You got to start control inside the house.
Man, I would say this, man. I'm gonna say this. Like, far as the cheating, the baby mama situation. I always looked at it like this. I don't have any kids right now, so y'all know I come from that perspective. So I always looked at it in the way, well, if I'm trying to date a woman and she has kids, I have one kid. I mean, I see that as like, okay, the first situation didn't work out. Maybe she learned her lesson with that. But a woman that has multiple kids, Like now, I didn't do that. That's not my fault. That's not my problem. A woman that had multiple kids. I'm a man with no kids. Why should I have to deal with all those kids and those multiple? Now, this is a pattern that you did, because not only that you did make one baby without and stay with that dad, you made another baby with another person, and you followed that up by doing that again. Like I don't want to. I don't want to. I didn't for one. I didn't force those changes in your body. You chose that. You chose that by having multiple baby daddies. And then another thing, I gotta look at it like this. What kind of now I gotta deal with? I gotta deal with the the child itself. You know, I can't discipline those kids. Those kids ain't mine.
Right.
I gotta think about. I gotta think about. Now you got child care. You got child care. I can't. Yeah, I can't. You know, I can't. I don't. You. I'm free. You're not always free. I gotta fight for your time.
Right. That's
Like,
how I feel.
like it's not. You know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Even though she might be a good woman, it's not worth it to go out with a single mother.
All
It's
right,
too
let me
much of
give
a
y'all my
hassle.
opinion on that. Because Alice, I can't agree with saying if they got multiple children from different fathers that they're completely off the list, because every situation is different. This woman could have fell in love with somebody, married them, thought they was great, boom, had a child, then they left them. Then they do it again. They fall in love, and they get married again, and boom, he dies. It don't even have to be just he dies. So now
Hold
they
up.
got
Now you can't use a string though. A string, that's a rare occasion. Everybody don't
people
deal.
down.
Everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? A large percentage of
No,
women second baby daddy didn't die. Most of the time,
well,
these dudes are still alive. But continue.
okay. Maybe not even die. We can say went to jail. We can say he just left, or he was abusive and he held it in for all this time. In so many different situations, you really have to take, like I say with the white people, you have to judge every case individually. Because the person could just be a hoe. Oh, I met this guy and fuck it. He said he didn't want to use a condom, so he got me pregnant and I had a baby. We were just friends. And then and she got a baby from him. That's just somebody who ain't taking care of themselves. Now that situation is different, but
Right?
it's the
That's
people that truly
irresponsible.
love
That's
that.
irresponsible though.
And I
Like,
no, Alice. If
that
you fall
woman.
in love with somebody and you marry them, then you expect, hey, they want to have a child. Okay, you have a child with them. That's being in love. Like if we go into a marriage thinking, nope, I can't have no kids with you because you might leave me tomorrow and then I'm stuck with another child. What type of marriage is that? You set yourself up for failure. Right now, I get it. As a person dating, you can make that decision. Like, whoo, she got 3-year-old kids. I can't afford daycare for that. She can barely afford it herself. I don't want to go that route. That's your preference, and so on. But if you meet a girl that's nice who's been married three times, one man cheated on the second man, cheated on the third man, beat her, and she's truly a good person, like you can't really knock that. I wouldn't knock somebody who had a child from multiple people unless they're going around having a baby from every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Then I've got to say, oh, she's a hoe.
She got one.
She
She
giving a
got one
thing
by
up and
him
not being
and his
responsible.
friends.
Y'all done scared off
Oh God,
everybody.
that's yes. Oh
That's a big red flag.
yeah, breeding. Yeah, it's a big red flag. But like I said, you this is where dating comes. This is where communication comes. Where you're talking and you're asking questions and you're not taking no judgment because then they don't want to really open up to you. You just talking, and she said, "Yeah, well, listen, I really fucked up when I was 21. I used to be out in the streets. This guy was fine, and I slept with him, and I had a baby. Right? We all done made mistakes. She made that mistake. She moved on. She understand what it was. She's a good person. Now she's working and she carrying herself good. I can take that. I can take that because I know I'm not perfect either. Not saying I'm out here having kids, but I know I'm not perfect either. I can take a mistake. Now it's when we go multiple states. When she said, "Yeah, okay, I know I did wrong, but I slept with this guy, I had a child." Then 4 years later, yeah, I met this other guy. He the way he danced, I fucked him, okay, and then I had a baby. Then okay, the third guy, yeah, I met him. Then we started to say, "Damn, oh, hold the hell on, this motherfucker just having babies from everybody." Then we started talking about this is who she is. But somebody who tell me that they in love, they got married, had a child, they in love, they got married, had a child, or not even got married, they got in love, had a child. I'm not gonna knock him on that, because then what you trying to tell me to tell them? Hey, close your ears, don't fall in love no more, and don't or fall in love but don't have no kids. So
Right. Do that.
you can't judge everybody like that.
But them same kids is growing up.
You can't.
Listen, them same kids is growing up. Shoot, the ones doing all these shootings out here. They the no. Most 80% of kids come from single. 80% of single kids come from from single households, and most of those kids go to jail at least once or out here doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Now those kids end up growing up that way. But the thing is, you gonna have to deal with that. You gonna have to deal with that if you get in a relationship with one of them.
So
one of them kids gonna grow up, they want to put it on you. So you not their real daddy.
Right.
That's a consequence.
Right. And let me tell
that they do that you got to deal with them. One of the sons on the jump on you.
Yeah. So let me say, I was raised by two good parents. They did everything for me. They showed me the light. They showed me how to work. Blah 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 blah. My two brothers, it really worked. My two brothers, they got married. They became successful too, and they've been married ever since. With the good and the bad and the ugly, they have happily married. That didn't come with me. I'm divorced. I'm still finding my way with trying to get someone right, and I'm out here, right? So right. I say all that to say, sometimes you can, as a parent, and if parents listening to me right now, you can do everything you're supposed to do for that child. Then he gonna still want to hang with a thug and go out here and rob a bank and shoot somebody. You can be a rich person, give your child everything they want, give them all the money they want, and they can still be like, oh, I want to be cool, and I'm gonna go rob a bank for $1,000 when my dad just gave me $1,000 yesterday. Sometimes when kids get at a certain age, they're going to make their decisions no matter what. You can lay out the plan for them, but they're still going to say, oh, I want to do this. And I'm sorry to say, you just have to say, that's my child. Oh, that's what he decided to do. Because I know a woman and her husband that they raised this guy. He looks super nerdy. They did everything for him, provided for him. He goes out with some of his friends. They caught it all on tape. He pulls up, goes behind him, and shoot up the car with the gun. Right? They looking at. I remember him telling me they looking at the tape like, "Oh my God, is this our son?" Like they did everything right. Like that's just a decision he makes. We're all at some point gonna make our own decisions, no matter what type of foundation we have, no type of what type of map we was guided. We're just gonna always make our decisions. So I can't base everything what a child does or a teenager does on how the parents are, or if they grew up in a single parent, because sometimes it's called mutual accountability. Yes, your mom got to take his responsibility that she opened a list and had a child with a no good for nothing daddy. Yes, okay, but now this child got to take mutual responsibility and say to himself, just because I was dealt those cards, I'm still gonna get an education. I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna do the right thing and I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna live my life successfully. Not because I only got one parent, that means I need to go rob a bank, I need to go beat bitches, and I need to go sell drugs. That do not give you no.
No, but that child grew up with no discipline, and that child didn't get the right discipline installed or the right education. He got those things got to be taught at an early age, and then he missing that child is missing that child is missing a masculine version of his parent. There's nothing to put him back on track when he get thrown off track. There's nothing to throw him back on track. That's nothing to throw him back on track.
But one thing
Yeah.
for sure, he doesn't get a freebie. He doesn't get a loan because of this. He doesn't get a get out of jail free card because of this. He had to understand somewhat see it on TV, hear from a friend, or just think about it. You still go to jail, just no different than the other person. You can't use your crutch. I'm sorry. We wasn't fed a silver spoon.
Think about this.
We wasn't. We
think about this though. That child. Think about that. Think about this though. That child harmed your child.
And now
you understand what I'm saying?
And painful. Okay.
That's
so right. And when you put it in that perspective, I'm still going to hurt, right? Because and I still want to blame everybody. It's no different than when I have a group of people at my house for a party. I trust them all, and then next thing you know, my $1,000 watch is missing, right? I still want to kind of blame everybody. I want to think, oh, well, maybe it's that person, or maybe it's that person, or maybe my person seen this, but they didn't think to say, oh, stop him from doing it. So I'm kind of blaming everybody, right? So when my child is hurt from somebody who went out of the street, at the end of the day, I'm just saying he shouldn't have even did that. This child that harmed my child, he shouldn't have did it. I don't care if he was missing money. I don't care what his parents had to do with it.
What y'all talking?
He knows, unless it's a 5-year-old just pulling a trigger by mistake, everybody knows what with the TVs, with everything that goes on in the world, you know what you're doing. That's why I was saying with the R. Kelly situation and a 16-year-old. A 16-year-old, if he robs a bank, he's going to jail for life. He's getting charged as an adult. If a 16-year-old has sex with a 30-year-old, oh, he didn't know better. The person manipulated him into it. To me, it really looked the same. Because at some point, you need to understand, hey, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be having sex with a 30-year-old man. Like, goddamn, this nigga like my daddy. What the fuck I'm doing sleeping with him? Or I say, hey, look, Bank of America, that's not my money. I know I'm 16, but I know I can't come in here and take their money. At some point, we have to get to understanding. And you can blame everybody. You can blame the society, the parents,
I blame the parents, the daughters, and
sometimes
we got him some babies from the hood. He should have got some 60-year-olds that was already having babies and stuff.
Because, look, you should have been talking to your parents. And look, and I'm not trying to be harsh because it's easy to talk about something when you wasn't involved in it. But I mean, everybody should have took some responsibility in that.
I mean, you're gonna take some responsibility. Now, when they become teenagers, they get an adult mind. That's still a young mind. They become a rational thinker. We're not saying we're not gonna hold these kids accountable, because they are gonna get held accountable. We know society is gonna hold them accountable, but we talking about prior to they getting to that point, what were the teachings of? Now there are bad seeds and bad seeds in society. We're not talking about those kids because it's just too large and too massive to think that everybody in jail is a bad seed. People make mistakes, we know that. But we're saying if those people were taught and had a place to go, or at least had a mentor or something, they could have chosen a different path. They could have made better decisions when they was young. No, you said it yourself.
And Alice, you're right.
You still know different because of your parents.
It's coming from a female that
Alice
was having sex with older men when I was younger. I knew exactly what I was doing. And sometimes most of the time I lied about my age, but I knew what I was doing. I knew I'd go over there and hang out with him.
Yeah. So Alice.
Oh well, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Bray.
No, you go ahead.
No.
But I'm just saying, I knew what I was doing, just to let you guys know. Those girls are not innocent. They're not innocent at all. They knew what they were doing. Like the one said, she went to his court hearing just so he could see her. Her mama set that up. Her mama groomed her to go do that. But anyway, you guys go ahead. I gotta walk.
Hey, Bree. Hey,
no. Do what?
Hey, Bree. Wait, one thing. I respect that, Bree.
Because let me tell you something. Everybody loves to point the finger to somebody else. They know what the hell they was doing, but they want to say, "Oh, it's because of my mama and my daddy," or "It's because it was
No,
raining outside."
they
No, man
no
up,
her
woman up,
no 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 no
and
no no
take
no.
responsibility to what you did.
Yeah. And their mamas, like I said, the mamas probably groomed them little girl. Like, why would you even give your child over to R. Kelly? You already them children on one, but you're gonna take your daughters over and let them because they're gonna be superstars like Aaliyah. No.
You
And
are
then
so
when they got of
smooth.
age where he didn't have to pay for them no more, he quit paying them, and now that's an issue. Well, hell, you sold me your daughter. I done paid y'all shit up
That's right.
all these years. I don't know, but me personally, my child, I wouldn't
Now
dare.
you
I
now
wouldn't
you
dare.
running out of money.
I wouldn't dare. He didn't run out of money. He quit giving it to him. Because they was of age. Hell, I ain't gotta pay you no more. My babies is grown. That's not funny. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. All right, y'all. I gotta get back in this meeting. I'm gonna click back in a minute. Let me go put this computer down. I just got to this thing. I'm working claims in Tennessee. So,
All righty.
all right. I'll be back.
Okay. Jay, what you was about to say? J Rock?
To go back on your about having mentors and everything, does it help? Of course, it definitely helps and everything like that, giving people other pathways. But Alex, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. We got people with mentors and got led the right way, follow the religion, and they still do dumb stuff. They're still coming up here shooting up clubs, and doing riots at schools and stuff like that. Uh, like I said, this is where the person, the individual person, has to take some responsibility and say to themselves, "Look, this ain't right. You know, I wouldn't want this done to me. I wouldn't want to to for my family to be hurt. So maybe I shouldn't be out here hurting families."
Right. But if I say this, if it was more people, more people that's older, which might when we're dealing with younger people that's older in place, we can minimize those numbers. That's still we still gonna have bad things still gonna happen. We just can't stop it completely. We know that we can't stop it completely, but at some point we can at least get the numbers down to a smaller percent, and they do that with community activists, being active in the community, by knowing your neighbors, things of that nature. Like other people don't have, we can't, like we said before, you can't hold other people accountable. Some of those situations can be stopped before it even happened. But people get right in the middle of the way.
Accountability,
Yeah.
that's the problem. That's the problem.
Shit is cold.
Hey, guys, when y'all like kind of like leave on camera, you can just when you leave off the camera, can you hit the camera, turn your camera off?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get out of here.
You told me to cut my camera
It
off?
went longer than what I thought, but
Yeah,
hey, I
even
enjoy
your
it.
nephew too.
Closing closing notes. I want to just say we just have to keep talking, man. We have to try to educate the ones, and we have to care. So
Yeah,
I tell you, I just hope. I think I was just telling him when the other guy was on, it was just me and him. Like, if we can reach out to one person, man, we can make a change in one person's life. This is a hell of a talk show. Hell of a talk show. You
yes,
know.
sir.
So, man, y'all take care, man, and I'll see y'all next Sunday.
Yes, sir.
All right, J Rock.
All right, man.
Yeah, I concur with that statement. Definitely.
I missed
Yeah.
it. Yeah, my bad.
It's all good. We shutting down. Let's all be on time next Sunday. You know what I mean?
Hey, next Sunday, man, it got to be better. We doing good,
Yes,
but we can do a lot better.
I agree. Once we get this thing together, guys, we can start moving forward and doing it multiple times a week. But we got to get it. We got to get together. We got to get it together. Great show, guys. I get with you guys in the group, man. Let's try to communicate a little bit more during the week so we can get acquainted with each other and be ready for conversation. So we won't be kind of like looking for everybody doing like when it's time to get on live.
Let's send me $10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Bree got that stick.
You already know, G.
Yeah. But yeah, man. All right, y'all, man. Next Sunday, 2:00, we on deck.
Yes, sir.
All right, Joe.
Yeah.
Yep.
My bad, Alex. I really thought today was fucking Saturday. I done lost my damn mind. I've been up for 36 fucking hours.
It's Wednesday.
Fucking gooking off that fucking Adderall. It ain't Wednesday, ass.
Let me
the
end the
video.
Huh?